Oh, hello there. Welcome back to Blacksmith Manager. I'm your host, Uncle Rusty, and yeah, we got some stuff to do. There's a lot of things. So, I've been doing a couple of things in the background, and we're about to change up stuff. So, you'll notice that everything looks kind of different, and I hate it. So, number one, we need to move this sign. Right in the middle. Thank you, developer, for allowing me to move it in the middle. Next. Now, ideally, we currently only have one chest, and everything is going to this one chest besides there. So, what I'd like to do is actually swap this out and put the two doors together. Now, we can do that right now by doing the thing. So, first, that turns into a window, that turns into a door, that turns into a window. So now we've got our two doors here. And now I'm going to be moving things. What? Do not do what you were about to do. So ideally, I like to have my stations right by each other so that we don't have issues with it. So move that over, move that over, move that there, move that over there, and then put the chest here. Because if I put it there, it's going to be in the way of everything. Now we do have two stations here, which is great. And that'll just help us get more out. So, ideally, I like to have the chest close so that the helpers can go in, get, deliver, and be out of there in a jiffy. Now, we do have 4,000 gold. So, the idea now is just to make sure we stock up on as much as we can and eventually get to the point where things are discounted where they need to be, because this does get pretty expensive later on. Now, I wish to expand, but first we need to fix up the blacksmithing area. So let's just fix up our floors before I get called out for my uneven things. I kind of like this floor tile set, but eventually, and I'll show you why I'll change it, is right now it's just a blacksmith area. We haven't gotten to the point where we can use store stuff. So for now, I'm just going to make this look like this is a blacksmith place. Now, we can customize our upper wall. So if you look over here, I am busy customizing my upper wall. This luckily doesn't cost any gold just yet, but eventually I suspect this will cost some gold. Now, I am going to put another window here, just so that the people don't feel like they're suffocating. And now I'm going to make this uniform. So I kind of like the wood aesthetic feel. So I'm just going to make it wood outside because, you know, it makes sense. You have furnaces that burn red hot. I'm sure nothing bad will happen here. You know, nothing bad could happen. Why would there be bad things? It's not like this whole building will burn down to the ground if I make it all out of wood. I'm pretty sure nothing will happen. So now, while we've got this going, we have a pretty decent flow of everything happening. However, we only really have two of each, and we are going to need to expand eventually. So what I'm going to do, and you could do this as well. What I would like you guys to do is tell me how you plan to build your blacksmithing area, because I think it's going to be great. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to build up my walls and remove this because we don't need this anymore. So remove that, and then sort out our floor like this. If I can remember how to do the things I need to do. Whee! There we go. Perfect. Now everything is just out in the middle of nowhere, but we will fix it. All right? Don't yell at me. We will fix it. That's how we do. All right? The upper wall is fine. I just want to get the lower wall to wood because this is the aesthetic we're going for. And just make sure on the outside it's exactly the same. Precisely the same. Literally everything of the same. Now we have this giant warehouse of a workshop with everything just relaxing. So for now, I'm going to move this over here into the corner. We'll eventually make that a little bit of a private space. And just get all of our benches sorted here. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to buy a couple more benches because we do want to eventually hire more people. I'm going to buy a bench there and buy another bench there. That should kind of sort us out for the moment while everything is going. Now, because this is being used, I'm not going to move this until the end of the day. However, eventually we will optimize this to the very best of our ability. Now that guy's gotten up, so I can move this out of the way. Perfect. And now I'm going to move those two over into the corner. Boom. Now I feel better about my existence on that. It feels great. It does. Feels real great. Now we have way too many benches for what's meant to happen here. Can I move you before you sit down? Let's see if he breaks. No, he don't break. That's fine, bud. All right, perfect. The bows are ready, complete. And we'll just get the next big thing done. We want to focus on some blueprints as well, so we can get as much stuff later on as possible. And I'm going to upgrade my blacksmith. This one is currently working on wood stuff more, so I am going to just double down on the wood things for this particular individual. And this is what I like. I can make these guys focus on one particular thing at a time, and then that'll help us eventually do what we need to do. Now, the ideal thing I'd like to do is move this out of the way. And, no, you seem to be busy there, unless you're not busy anymore. No, okay. I guess we'll wait until you're done. I'm waiting. Okay, you're no longer using that. That's fine by me. I'm actually just going to move that around till there. Come on. Come on, hammer faster. There we go, beautiful. Oh, don't go to the other one. Ah, you'll go the closest route. Interesting. That's fine by me. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I know. Someone is going to yell at me about the min-maxing. But guess what? I know you do too. We want our blacksmiths to have the shortest route possible. So this is kind of what we're doing, trying to minimize their walking time as is. Now, eventually, when we get to where we want to, if we look at our upgrade thing, we want to get to the point where we can open up the store. So that is our main goal right now, is to open up the store so we can start getting to the point where we can sell more, attract customers, and eventually make quite a bit of profitable business. That's the idea with this. That's why I like this. That's why I enjoy this game. If you haven't picked it up, check out, link in the description below. The game should be out in this week. You should be able to check it out on the Steam store. Go check it out, wishlist it, get ready, and let me know, because this game is, I love this game. I really do. I cannot begin to tell you how much I actually enjoy this game. This game allows me to just relax, take a step back, learn to appreciate plumbing and electricity. You'll have 4 candidates when hiring. I'm going to hold off on that. I kind of want the 4th cart, but my main goal is to open up the shop. So I'm going to hold off until we can open up the shop. That is my main goal. That is what I wish to do. I wish to open up a shop. Uncle Rusty's Wares is going to be great. And I love it. I do. And this is still like an early version of the game. I wonder what more is going to come. I'm excited. Developer, if you're watching this is a great game. Continue doing this. Continue making stuff like this. This is awesome. Right, so we currently do have a little bit of a problem here with our assistants being a little slow in getting some things out of the chest, but that's fine. Not too particularly worried. This does not make sense, Sickles, for me. Why would you go and grab it there when that is there, my dude? Please. Focus. Focus. That's what you need to do. You need to be focusing right now. I'm going to stock up on that. How are we looking on that? 125. Almost there. Almost there. Now we can speed up time just a little bit here, and I'm going to do that. I can always run this on, max speed the whole time, but I just get the feeling that it's just not ideal. I like watching them do their thing, and, I'm not in any rush to complete this. All right. Let's get these blueprints. I want the blueprints. More blueprints equals more things to make, equals more things to sell. Gotta think business savvy here. You gotta think business savvy. We're almost there, everyone. Almost there. Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. Come on. Let me open up the shop. Give it to me. Why can't I not open this yet? Let me open it. Let me open it. We need 125, so we're kind of getting that sorted first. Perfect. I will meticulously wait. All right, I will wait until this is ready. Okay, maybe not. I kind of like looking at what these guys are doing. So what's nice about this is it is so casual that you can go and make yourself a cup of coffee. It's not an idle game. I will say that. You do have to manage things. You have to make sure things are in stock and make sure everyone is doing their thing. However, you can go make a cup of coffee, do what you need to do, go to the bathroom, have some private time, and then come back and continue to manage. Like, it's so good in what it does. It's just being a simple blacksmithing game. All right, here we go. One more. Hello? Can I... What do you mean? I have 125. Don't lie to me. Oh, something tells me we have to get these two. How about that? Fine. Fine. I'll do it. Fine. We'll start the next day. All right, perfect. So, my plan fell through, but it's fine. Perfect. All right, so. I would like to get more people in on this. So what I'm going to do, what do we need most of? We kind of need one more of each. So let's go and hire ourselves some candidates. Let's get 2 more blacksmiths. You want more money. I'm going to get you, and I'm just going to make you focus on metal things. That's great. And I'm going to go for a refresh here because I kind of do want a little bit better option here. Yeah. I wanted the wood. And you will have wood items. Now, there we go. Now we're starting to cook with gas here. But we need more things. So I am going to have another one of these. Another carpentry table. And we need to build another forge over here. Now, I think the best way to do this might be to have like one in the middle. And then put the forge like over here. So that we don't have that... Too many things that need to be done all at once. My wood is out. That's cool. That's fine. There we go. Now we've got enough blacksmiths to do what they need to do. They're still going for this pile. I kind of want to make it so that there's one central collection pile for them to go to and then work on the rest. But I'll figure out the layout. If you've got some suggestions, leave it in the comment section. That's what that's there for. Yell at me. Tell me I don't know what I'm doing. That's what that's there for. Perfect. Now, I do kind of want to get one of these guys on that table so we can get some research point. So that we can upgrade these blueprints. I legit ran out of breath there. I can't believe that I actually have the capability of speaking. Now, I do want to see. Do we have a blacksmith that will allow me to get this? There we go. Gertrude! Gertrude, I'm going to need you on the thing, please. Thank you. Perfect. We now got that complete. Let's make some knives. Right, so now at least we have a couple of things going in our direction. We also now have a new blueprint. So that's great. And let's get... What do I need, actually? Let's just go and check here. I think I'll go for the butcher's cleaver. Why not? Nothing spells out great business like butcher's cleavers. Did I mess up that sentence, me? Yeah. I should go back to school. You know, I think you might have a point. Right now, everything is idling the way we want it to idle. We can't do much else until we get to the store. So, I'm just going to let things happen here. Let my blacksmith smith and my carpenters carpent. And then we will see what happens. I do need to stock that up. Now, I kind of want to sort this problem out that we have here with the collection. So maybe what I want to do... I have to wait for this guy to finish, actually. I know I just left that haphazardly out of nowhere, but it's fine. So maybe what I want to do is we'll do like this. And put the collection piles like pretty close to each other. And put... Okay, this is going to look weird, but believe me when I say this is worth it. Alright? This is worth it. Don't judge me. This is worth it. We need to make a conga line of things here. We do. We need to make a conga line of things. Someone's going to yell at me, but it's fine. A conga line of productivity. It's a conga line of productivity. Don't yell at me. What do you mean it's overlaying? What? Is that a torch in my way? How dare? Okay, that's fine by me. And then we'll put one here and the other one there. And that should effectively kind of sort that whole business out. I hope. I'll eventually figure out how to get this done correctly, but for now, as long as there's a collection place for people to do what they need to do, it'll be great. Perfect. Time for a speed up. How's our wood pile looking? Yeah, we need to stock up just a wee bit here. I am going to stock up once, twice over there. And we're going to let that go through. And then eventually, when we have enough, I will do what needs to be done. Perfect. And open up our shop. It's our goal. Our goal today is opening up shop. And then, my dear friends, I'm going to make the best shop you ever done seen in blacksmithing history. It'll be the best thing since plumbing. All right, give me that fourth candidate. That's fine by me. And now we save for store value. Perfect. So I am speeding up this day. And you can play it at this difficulty. You can play it at this speed. And it really doesn't impact your gameplay too much. Things will move a little bit faster if you prefer to have that kind of thing happen. That's great. Let's just see. We have another blueprint, so I'm going to go with the metal scoop. And once we've got all the blueprints, this is really where things start happening for us. Now, we don't really have the blueprint for these two, and I'm not going to bother refreshing. So we'll wait until the next day. Every day, your recipes refresh. And that will help you get some new things that can be sold and all of that kind of stuff. So that is where we are with that. And I just want to focus on getting our shop open. That is our main priority right now, is to get 125 points. And then we'll get our shop open and done. And once we got our shop open and done, this opens up the possibility of even more cash flow for us. Now, we do have these design points, and eventually we'll use them to upgrade to higher quality, and you want to focus on that. You'll want to make sure the higher quality items you have, the better money you're going to get. So, if you're going to fast track anything, make sure you get that sorted. Now, we are spending a little bit of money on restocking. And now you might be asking me, but Rusty, why are you spending so much money on restocking? Isn't there a mechanic that allows you to not have to restock? Yes, there is, but we unlock that later. All right, burning the midnight oil, huh, gents and ladies? Yeah, there we go. And huzzah, next day, here we go. Like I said, I'm going to keep it on speed stat for a little bit. Just so that we can get some things done and dusted out the way. One of our people learned they are crafting wood, so I'm just going to double down on that. It just helps us later on for when we need stuff crafted fast, because later on we get different kinds of things. But I'm not going to spoil anything of that yet. You just have to wait and find out, won't you? Luckily, it's a new day. I almost forgot, so let's get some bows out for these people. And hopefully, once Gertrude has gotten some design things going, we will be able to upgrade our bows to some uncommon stuff. And you want to focus the uncommon or higher tier quality stuff on your carts, because you'll get some pretty decent increase on your income there. So that is what we're going to do. My assistant did get what they need, so I'm just going to 1-1 there. Perfect. And now we've got that going. How is our... Ooh, almost at that shop, baby. It's going to look real good. Thank you for the money. I appreciate it. Open up the slot. Let's get that one. And now, that should be our next little upgrade. Boom, upgrade on the bow. We're busy selling that, so that's going to give us a little bit of extra cash flow. Look at that. Amazing. Like, I love this game. I love it. And why am I keeping it on speed mode? It's because I want to get to the shop. I can't be waiting. All right. Sonic says, gotta go fast. We gotta go fast. Oh, so good. So good. Wood pile out of stock. Don't you worry. I got you sorted on that one. How are we looking here? So close. So close to our shop, everyone. Can you smell it? Can you see it happen in front of your very eyeballs? I hope so. because it's going to be amazing. And one more bow. There we go. That sorts that out. I don't have blueprints for these, so I'm actually going to spend the refresh. And boom, now we get that recipe. And now, everyone, store items. So how this works is you buy racks, you choose what to display on the racks, you get a checkout counter, and you hire a cashier. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to just ease up on the speed because we need some time on this. Now, I like to have my checkout counter right over here in the middle, and then have the shop display behind. So how this works is the more of the same kind of category of item you have together, the more likely a customer is going to buy. So in this case, we've got utensils and pottery. So what I like to do is I like to put the utensils over here, one case of pottery, and we're just going to make sure they're all in line. And I try and keep them like 1 or 2 squares away from each other. And I generally get like 3 of each. That does look correct. And then on the weapon racks, the exact same. And I put it like just over here. And I put the bow over here. And then we got one of these. Now we do have wall mounted racks, but generally I kind of like put them back here. So I'm just going to order 3. And we'll move everything over here. Just like this. So weaponry, I generally tend to stick together like so, and then put these over here like that, and everything looks like it's in tow. I kind of just want to keep it like 2 squares away from each other. Now, the other thing that you're going to need to make sure is you need to assign things to this. So I'm going to put the scoops there, the tankards there, and kitchen knives here. I'm going to put wooden clubs, bows, and bludgeoning weapons. And there, and there. Now, we do need a cashier. We do. So I'm going to go and hire me a cashier, obviously. And I kind of like the ones with the lower wage. The communication stats don't have an effect right now, but they will eventually. Now, the other thing we also need is we need blacksmiths for this. And it's going to be pretty pricey to hire some blacksmiths, but I'm going to hire these 2. And I'm going to put them here and here, and I'm going to make them focus on wooden items and this one on metal items. And now we have enough blacksmiths to start making things for here. Now, the one thing we will need to do eventually is make quite a bit of cash so we can decorate our place. Because right now we're only attracting 32 customers a day. If we increase our decorations, so like so, I'm just going to take a random old banner, and I'm just going to stick it here above the chest. Boom. More decorations equals more customers equals plus 75% extra increase on either the likelihood of them buying something or paying a little bit more for your shop items. Now, currently, customers won't come in here because, you know, we don't really have anything. Also, this is deeply upsetting. There we go. And then they'll move. There we go. Now I feel better about my life. That was almost upsetting in a great way. But there we go. Now our blacksmiths are going to focus on running our shop, getting some extra income, and then focusing on these as well. And that is how you get your shop up and running in Blacksmith Master. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll try and answer as best I can. But I love this game. So if you have not gone and wishlisted this yet, prep yourself for the incoming madness that is this game. What are you waiting for? Go do the thing. Link in the description. Right, so I'm going to put this on speed mode. We've got some upgrades here on the assistants. I love it. I am going to make the walking speed just a little bit quicker as well. But the more that your assistants can carry, the easier it is to manage these things. Now, we made a net positive, shockingly enough. I can't believe we actually made a net positive despite everything. That's amazing. Now, I am going to spend some money on some decorations every now and then because I would like to get more money from our customers. So, there's already something there. Now, we can also spend on some curtains. And, you know, I'm going to do the thing and put some curtains on our windows, all 2 of them. 3, and there's no window here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. No window by the carpentry? You must be joking. Surely you must be joking. Decoration, curtain. There we go. And I'm done spending for a little bit. It's starting to look nice. is starting to look like a shop front, but no shop front would be great without a carpet. I would like to make a carpet like just go right over here. So you know what? As much as I don't want to spend that money, I just spent money on a carpet. A very expensive carpet, but a carpet nonetheless. I'm going to speed up. This is so much fun. Oh my goodness. I love this game. I do. I can't describe how much I love this game in any broader detail than I have. If you are playing a drinking game right now, which I wouldn't advise for your liver, but if you are playing a drinking game, the amount of times I said I love this game, let me know how much alcohol you've consumed. So see, I've grouped these together, and people are going to buy cups, and that just made us 67 gold. And look at that. So the more items are grouped together, the more likely customers will buy them. So always remember, if you are going to be doing that, try and group your items a little bit together in kind of categorical sections. Now, we do have a new blueprint, so I'm going to unlock these blueprints at least. And we almost have unlocked all the blueprints for the current level of items that we can make. This game, I've barely scratched the surface. I can't even begin to tell you how much more there is in this game. I really, really, really cannot begin to tell you more. I am going to confirm this, though, and add a little bit of blacksmithing to it, because we do need some people on the blacksmith. You'll notice that we've not really got many people on wood right now, because there's not many wooden items to work on at the moment. So as much as I like, you know, having people designated to stuff, sometimes you're going to have to make some sacrifices in your skill points. All right, perfect. Look at this. We've even got some bows. Things are being crafted. Look at that. Beautiful. This is looking great. Ingot storage. Where? All right, don't worry. I got it. There you go. Times 2. It's just the ingots take so much money. But it's fine. As long as we make the cash back, I'm fine. Can we get the axes sorted, please? Thank you. That's a lot of money coming back. We now have a new floor design, which means I'm going to change up my floor. Remember when I said we're opening up a shop? Yeah, I'm busy changing my floors. That's what's going to happen. And you know what? I happen to like this particular pattern we just unlocked. So I'll be doing that, right? Thank you. Look at that. That's starting to look more shop-like. And now we have more merchant offers to choose from. So that's perfect. Now we want to get to super workers. Now super workers give us 2 benefits instead of 1 negative and 1 positive. This is going to be great for later on. While they may ask for a little bit more wage, at least you know you're getting some positive value for your investment in these workers. Remember that. It's always about getting the most value out of the things that you are doing, including investing in your employees. Perfect. This is looking great. This is looking swimming. I actually do want to... Can I change it? No, I don't think I can change it. Tankards are fine. Kitchen knives. Some scoops. Eventually what I'll do is I'll section everything off. Is that a dark elf? Ah, they came in to spy. And we still made a net positive. How nice. Despite all the spending I've been doing, we still made a net positive. Good. Perfect. Day 12, and we're looking really, 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 really good here. We are looking absolutely fantastic. And I love it. I do. I think I'm just going to keep on this speed for a little bit. I almost thought that was not in line. I was going to be so upset. But it's luckily in line. Now, eventually, we will get better racks for this. And this is a little bit down the line. You can see there's our racks. But the nicer your racks, the better shopping will happen for you. So right now, we only get 36 customers. I don't have enough money that I can frivolously spend on upgrading and making everything look nice. So I am just going to focus on making the most amount of money that I can. And you can see we're making a decent killing from our shop here. Like it's looking really good here. It is. It's looking really nice in this little section that I've made. But my main goal now is to get to second floor, because then I'm going to convert my entire bottom floor exclusively to a shop and moving all my production one floor up. Now that is generally how you want to do it, in my opinion. I don't know how you will want to do this. I will wait for your tavern. I will wait for your blacksmithing to let me know, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what people are going to create when this game comes out. I'm really excited. For me, it's just awesome to see what people's creativity can do. Now we have a lot of things going on here. So you've got metal preferences, right? So I'm just going to double down on the 2 metal preference there. 1 cart is complete. Bullseye. Do we have any wood? Yes, we do. I just want to make sure we still let our carpenters work so that there's not this massive like backlog of things happening here. Now we have another blueprint we can unlock. I'm going to unlock a ladle. Perfect. And then we have 1 last blueprint to unlock. 1 final blueprint to unlock all blueprints. Looking good. Looking really good. Perfect. And this is just the tip of the iceberg with this game. This is honestly just the tip of the iceberg. This is not even... We haven't even remotely gotten to everything I still want to do with this. Not even remotely. We need 50 there. I'm kind of tempted to see if we can find someone else. I'm waiting for this one to upgrade, but she only gets like 20 XP less per day. So it's a little bit rough. I'm actually going to go and see if we can hire someone, but we don't have super workers yet. This is our next goal, is to unlock super workers, because super workers will allow us to do what we need to do and actually get some upgrades going there. In terms of staff, I think I should actually swap out here. What do you mean wood item? There we go. Perfect. Another upgrade. Perfect. I'm gonna give you 2 of those. All right, what do we got? Enable smelting ores into ingots using a smelter. Now this is also good for later on, but we're not going to do this. But right now we can help our ore supply, but we don't really have any ore that we can get yet because we need to get the mines. So I'm just going to do that and just stock that up. We don't have any smelters. I'm not going to worry about the smelter just yet, but just to show you. What you ideally would like to do is you've got a little ore bucket here, and you get a smeltery like so. And then one of your assistants, you'll need to hire an assistant for it, but you'll get an assistant, which we'll do now. This is not where you hire assistant. Thank you. Assistant. I don't like the walking thing, so that just makes that bad. And then we go craft ingot. Boom. And we'll start the next day, and just to show you, they will get the ore, stick it into the smelter, transfer it over here, and then boom, we got everything going. That's how we ideally want to do everything. Amazing, fun times. I love it. I love the efficiency, proficiency, deficiency, whatever you want to call it. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Ideally, our next goal is to unlock super workers so I can start rethinking my staff. I don't like the negative traits. I need positivity. Positivity, I say. Now, your ore over here is not always going to be fully stocked up. That's why you got to have like 4 or 5 of these to make sure that you can at least get the ore you need done and dusted. But at this point, you can see everything is flowing pretty swimmingly for what we need. I'm going to get that last blueprint. I think I got too many things trying to get blueprints now. Way too many things that need blueprints, honestly. But look, our shop is going. That's what we want. Everything here is starting to look a little swimmingly. I like it. I do. I absolutely like it. And eventually, when this is a proper floor shop, everything's going to look great. I might actually have to hire 2 cashiers eventually, because once the shop expands and gets even bigger, there's going to be way too many customers that might want to buy, and once they buy, we're going to have an issue. Everything is so low, man. Perfect. All right. Cashier has leveled up. I'm going to do this. The cashier will attract more customers. That's what we want, right? We want more customers to come over here. Final blueprint unlocked. Oh, all of the blueprints have now been unlocked. I don't even know what this is going to allow us to unlock once I get any further blueprints. Just going to restock that. And now we've got a bit of gold to spend. So, now I'm going to do the decoration thing. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start putting doors where we need doors, right? Now, I'm not going to put any doors at the back once we've got everything sorted. But right now, eventually this warehouse will open. And I do need a door for when we need to go there. So I'm going to put a door over there. And then I'm going to decorate that door with 2 banners over here. Bam! Look at that. See, the problem is that torch is in the way. But it's fine. I'm going to put a torch there. Regardless. If I can put a torch there, that would be great. Game. Lights. There we go. Put another torch there. Boom. Now we are going to focus on getting some... boom. That person needs light. I want to give some light display over here. I need a light over here and a light over here so that people can see. And then for decorations, and I can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm going to put this by the door. I'm going to make sure it's not in front of the doorway. So much money spent, but it's fine. There and there. Now we are going to make a little bit more cash. Now we are going to make quite a bit of cash because now our customers have effectively doubled because of all the beautiful little decorations coming through here. And the other reason I added the door is if the customers come through here, they can go through here as well. Luckily, there's no such thing as theft. Not yet, anyway. Alright, I am going to stockpile up on our stuff. There was so much money that I spent. It pains me. It pains me. It's like, it actually physically pains me what just happened. It does. It physically hurts me. But we'll make the cash back. You know, you got to spend money to make money, right? You do. You got to spend the money to make the money. If you don't spend the money, you can't make the money. It hurts. It hurts. I hate it. I spent so much money. But it's fine. Our shop is starting to attract quite a bit of customers. So I guess I can't complain too much. But I'm still going to complain. Beautiful. This is looking great for us. The purchases and the wages. It's fine. Oh, okay. Let me not be ahead of the curve. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing for more Blacksmith Master episodes. I'm going to be pumping these out pretty heavily. And let me know, do you plan to get this game? And once you do, what's your first order of business going to be? Until next time, Uncle Rusty says, pay your wages. No one else is on this map. I will slaughter you. I will put you in the machine and sell you. You think I'm joking?